I am sitting here in New York because my daughter is doing an event for her school. So my son is playing hooky. When's the last time you heard of that phrase? And so we are just cheering her on and having fun doing it. On the way here, I saw something that sparked a video for you guys. And the phrase was free prayer. And I thought that's interesting because why does that attract attention, free prayer? Because we know that prayer doesn't cost anything. But we don't really think of it as free. We don't use the words free. And I thought about the things that we do in doTERRA. And I thought about the person who is coming to me for health and for, the change in their life. And the change in their life that happens when they join my team and I enroll them is that they don't just buy a product. And I can go to Costco and I can buy a product. I can go to Walmart, I can buy a product. I can go to a health food store, I can buy a product. I can go to a massage therapist or a naturopath and buy their product, which is their service. And the next time I go, again, I have to buy their product. I have to buy their service. If I want the best of anything that you can think of, I have to buy their product. And yet I don't get unlimited support. If I want a warranty where they service me or my car or my policy, my insurance policy, I have to pay for that. If I want their service as somebody who is helping me train physically or mentally or emotionally, I have to pay for that. Do you know that what you have to offer, they don't have to pay for? You have something in your hands that is absolutely free that you're willing to offer the masses. And if you can't offer it, you're going to provide support for somebody who's going to offer it to them. And now let's, be honest, sometimes that person doesn't offer support, but if that person doesn't get the support, what are they going to do? They're going to say, I don't get any support, and then you're going to reach down and you're going to give them the support that they deserve. Anybody who joins me, who I enroll, has unlimited free support from me. Where else are they going to find that, you guys? Where else are they going to find unlimited support from me? From you. You have a valuable thing that you're offering to the world, and it's a gift. You're serving people, and you're getting something back from that, but they're not giving it, they're not paying you to have it. I often think of it this way, when somebody comes and they want to succeed in doTERRA, or let's just say they want to succeed in a restaurant. I always use that analogy as a restaurant, and let's continue that with this scenario. If they want to succeed in a restaurant and they go to a bank and they get a loan, which is sometimes over 100,000, sometimes over 200,000, and about 60% of restaurant owners tank after the first 2 years. If they want support, if they want to start their own business, who are they going to get support from? Who is going to invest into their success? Nobody. Not the way you do. They will get somebody who invests into their success, meaning like they'll have a partner who supports them or not. Maybe they think they're crazy. Like, look what you're doing. You're spending $100,000 and you don't even know if this is going to survive. And yet here we are, inviting somebody to a prospect, to an idea, to their own entrepreneur. This is their business. It's not our business. We're not their boss. It's their business. They own it. And their support might be there. It might not be there. Just like any other entrepreneurial business. And I posted something from Tasha Smith on my Holistic Healthio Tribe website or Facebook page, which you should check out. Because sometimes the reason why you're not getting support from your spouse may have nothing to do with doTERRA. So read that. But one of the reasons why they are one of the things that they do is they can support you and they're cheering you on, but they're not invested into your success the way that somebody like me would be. If I enrolled you, I'm invested into your success. If I enrolled you and you're on my second line, I will invest into your success by making sure somebody's there for you when you call them. And if somebody's not there for you, I will find somebody else to be there for you. And if that doesn't happen, I will be there for you. That's how I show up. I show up to my front line and I show up to my second line. And if my front line doesn't show up, then I'm their front line. Even if they don't, even if they're not my immediate enrollee, or if they're not the person who, benefits me, I show up to my second line. And you need to do this too. If you're not doing it, you're absolutely crazy. Because really, all you have to do is help your first line and your second line succeed, and then you've succeeded. So to not do that, like, are you crazy? I see some people going, well, it's not my job, it's my frontline's job, because they heard it from somewhere else. They heard that it's my frontline's job to help that person succeed. And I put that person in their hands and they're not doing their job. And then the person who enrolled them is like, well, it's not my job because I gave it to that person. And you're sitting there and you're like, nothing's happening on that leg. Well, then you be the person that helps something happen on that leg. You be the person who shows up for them. And I've heard this said, and I have to say something about this because there's some real crises happening on social media today. And I have a lot to say about it. I might even just do a top 10 crises on social media. Because I'm hearing a lot about it. In the beginning of your business, you guys, you are the cheerleader. At Diamond and above, we can step back a little bit more. Mostly at Blue Diamond. Because at Blue Diamond, your leaders are gold and they've learned what it takes to be a leader. At least some of them. Not all of them, but some of them have learned what it takes to be a leader. When you're a solid blue, then you can take a step back. Because at gold, that's when nobody leaves. Do you know why? Because not only were they a customer, not only were they a sharer, not only were they a builder, but they've learned how to be a leader. And once you learn how to be a leader, you never leave doTERRA. Some people can hit gold inorganically. That doesn't make them a leader. Maybe their upline helped them. Doesn't make them a leader just because somebody helped them become gold. But once you become gold on your own, you will never leave doTERRA because you have all the tools necessary. And from silver to gold, that's your next task. How are you going to become a leader? And a leader of leaders, of people who are not necessarily like you. So a leader doesn't just lead people who are like you. Your task as a leader is to lead people who are like you and people who are not like you. And what you're doing for them is free. I hire coaches and I pay them a lot of money sometimes to lead me. When people come on my team, I take what I learn and I give it to them for free. My time is valuable. My coaching is valuable. And I'm not going to charge my front line or my second line to lead them and coach them with the things that I've paid tens of thousands of dollars for. I'm going to give it to them for free because they deserve it, because what they're doing is actually serving me just as much as I'm serving them. So my service to them is absolutely free. And sometimes people don't want my service. And that's okay. That's their choice. I'm not going to force them to come to me. I'm not going to force them to call me. I might chase them down. In the beginning, I chased everybody down. And we'll hear some presidential diamonds who say, don't chase people down, don't da 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 da. And we have to define what it means to chase people down. Because some people are like, do you want to have a class? 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 That's chasing people down in the wrong way. Chasing people down, which is probably, the terminology is wonky anyways, but when I say that I will chase people down, how's your kids? How's your life? How's your love life? How's your job? How's your stress? How are you doing? What's going well? What's going hard for you? How's your kids? How do you feel? I'm asking them questions. I'm chasing them down with all the love and support that I have within me to give to them. In the beginning, that's what I did. And if you're not doing that, man, maybe you're a diamond. Maybe you're a blue diamond and you don't have to. But be careful when you're listening to these blue diamonds and presidential diamonds and beyond tell you that you do not have to mentor your team. Be careful with that. Because I would say that the only reason that that is spoken, and we have to look at all the angles, the only reason that that is spoken, number one, is because they can get away with it. Number two is because you're wasting all of your time mentoring people and you haven't served yourself enough as a leader to mentor well. And so you're wasting your time. I'm going to repeat that. The only reason that that's relevant for you is if you're spending all of your time and all of your energy mentoring people and you're not doing it well. And so you need to invest into your leadership skills and your coaching skills in order to mentor people well. And this is so key. The people who are saying, you know, I've mentored a lot of people, you guys, and sometimes it's worked and sometimes it didn't. But I'm not attracting, always, sometimes I do, but I'm not attracting people who are rock stars before doTERRA even started. And those who do attract rock stars before doTERRA even started, well, then that's why they don't have to coach them. But to tell everybody else that is not okay in my books. We have to show up in a way that's different. And I am very adamant that we need to show up for our people. And the reason why, again, that you need to stop coaching if it's not working is because you need to step back and take a look at your leadership skills and take a look at your coaching skills, take a look at what you're saying to people, take a look at how you're saying it, take a look at maybe are you trying to be their boss or are you really serving them? I'm going to repeat that. Are you trying to be their boss or are you really serving them? And serving people in this business is more than just telling them how to hold a class, troubleshooting, what to do. It really is. It's a relationship business. It doesn't mean you have to be their best friend. I'm going to repeat that. It doesn't mean you have to be their best friend. You have to hold your space wisely. You have your family and you have your friends. So like really hold that space in a very beautiful way, in an honoring way for you and your family. But you have to mentor your team, you guys. You gotta show up. If I stopped mentoring my team, I wouldn't have had the team that I had. So, does that make sense? You know, I'm hearing some comments, so true, they need to hit it on their own to be a true leader. There's a total difference between checking in on someone and hounding them. One is caring, one is salesy. Sometimes when I get stuck, I ask myself, I'm just reading a few of them. Sometimes when I get stuck, I ask myself, what would an upline say to them? Helps to give a better perspective. Agreed, I tapped down even further. Yeah, so those are some comments from before. You know, you are offering a service for free. They need to honor that too. And so that's where it's like there's so many aspects to this topic. It's not just stop mentoring, you're wasting your time. Stop mentoring, you're burning yourself out. Stop mentoring, you're da-da-da-da-da. That's not what this conversation should be about. The conversation should be, how are you mentoring? How are you showing up? How are you investing into your leadership skills? How are you investing into your coaching skills? Because if you're an effective coach and you do it on a regular basis, you're going to shine and you're going to rise. And the people who say stop mentoring are the very people who mentored, and that's why they're where they are today, telling you not to mentor. Did they burn themselves out? Yeah. Is there a better way? Maybe there was. We have to be there, you guys. Because I don't know about you, but I don't automatically attract people who are automatic rock stars. I attract powerful people who sometimes don't yet see how powerful they are. I don't know about you, but that's me. And so if you're attracting powerful people and you're showing up to mentor them and they don't need your mentoring, well then stop mentoring them. You're wasting your time. Absolutely true. But if they're not rock stars and you're showing up to them and they just need a little hand holding and they just need you to believe in them because nobody believed in them before, and there's action, you know, I've seen people who are taking action and there's results there. I'm going to invest my time into that person. I even have people on my team who are like, they're brilliant in all the pipes, but they're missing something that's not there. I need to be there for them Because there's two things missing in the pipes program, and they're not meant to be there, personally speaking. Well, maybe one of them is, so let me just explain. So you have the P, the planning, then you have the I, inviting, and then you have the P, presenting. But in between the inviting and the presenting, we've kind of lost the how to get people to show up. So there has to be something between the I and the P there. And then we have the presenting, we have the enrolling, and we have the supporting, but we've missed the leadership, right? So we don't have leadership skills in that pipes. And we need to have that. We need to know how to lead the pipes. So does this make sense, you guys? I hope it does. I'm not knocking anybody, but I wanted a fresh new perspective for those of you who are saying, if you're not showing up, I'm out. If you're not doing the tasks, I'm out. If I did that to anybody on my team, I wouldn't have any of the frontline leaders that I have. I can't tell you how many times my frontline leaders said I quit. I can't tell you how sometimes my frontline leaders said I'm done. This is too much. I don't know how to do this. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. If I didn't stay consistent for them, where would they be? And again, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with them and their power. But having somebody who shows them that they're good enough, they're powerful enough, they can do anything that they put their mind to, and having somebody to just stay there and be their biggest cheerleader. And I did it for free. They didn't pay me to do it. We can all argue that, well, Donna, you know, we do get a pretty good compensation. Absolutely. But it doesn't come out of their pocket. It doesn't come out of their pocket. They would be crazy not to accept you as their biggest cheerleader. They'd be crazy not to have you believe in them. They'd be crazy not to let you support them. And the ones who aren't crazy are the ones who are like, I don't like your support. So we have to talk about that too. And that's where, if you find that there's a pattern and nobody wants your support, you need to look at rising your leadership skills, maybe rising your coaching skills, and rising your other-centeredness. Because maybe you're saying all the right things, but you're feeling all the wrong things. Maybe you're saying that you love them, maybe you're saying that it's really about them, but maybe you're feeling it's actually about me. If you feel, I'm wanting to love you because I get a compensation, I want to serve you because I get something out of it, I want to coach you because I get something out of it. If you're feeling that, they're not going to hear what you say, they're going to feel what you feel. So our job really, guys, is to love authentically, to be our raw, real selves in love with others, to show them our authentic love for them, and to tap into that raw, real self. Because your ego is not your raw, real self. Let me just say that, right? Your ego, the raw, real ego, actually sucks sometimes, and we're selfish, and we think about our own compensation, and we think about, oh, if I talk to this person, they're going to be a great rock star, and therefore I'm going to be a gold, and then I'm going to be able to get to gold, and then I'm going to look good, and I'm going to have recognition, and blah, 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 blah. That's our ego. That's not your raw, real, true self. Your raw, real, true self is what happens in your soul. It's the connection to your soul. It's the real you that authentically loves them because you and them are aligned in oneness, and you're connected in a way that you can't even touch, you don't even understand. But as they succeed, you succeed, not because you get money, but because you and them are one. That's all I have to share with you guys today. All because of a sign that said free prayer. Let me read some other things here. Rachel is amazing at investing into people. Will give them so much time and patience. I, on the other hand, am quick to cut people off if I feel they aren't all in. I guess that is why our dynamic works, though. Nadia says mic drop. And I would say this, that there's a lot of, we all have good things about us, and we all have things that we need to work on, but everything should come from service and authentic service. It should come from love. It should come from a place that wants them to succeed authentically, even if you don't. And that's a tough thing. So we all need to work on that, because sometimes we all get impatient. Somebody says something and we're like, oh, you said this and now you're doing this. We need to love them anyways, because we have no idea. We have no idea what's going on. So love and service, love and truth, love from your raw, real self. And we're doing it for free. They'd be crazy not to do it. They're going to get some things that they don't like from us, but they're going to get some things that they do love from us, and it's free. How can they complain? Work on that leadership part, guys. Love you so much. Talk to you soon.